Hello, this is Jesse from Norton Motorsports, and here's what you don't know about the Yamaha R7. Racers and builders have been converting the FZ07 and the MT07 into full-blown race bikes for half a decade. Was Yamaha ignoring all that, or is the new R7 the culmination of a half a decade's worth of high-level race development? Today, we're going to answer that question. This is an FZ07R, built for club racing or pro racing in Moto America. It's a heavily modified Frankenstein creation of a bike, built from the engine, frame, and swing arm of an FZ07, the forks, wheels, triple clamps, and brakes of an R6, plus a whole bunch of other aftermarket goodies like rear sets, quick shifter, and slipper clutch. Pretty sweet. Now, why did they use R6 forks and triple clamps on an FZ07R race bike? Well, because they look cool, of course. But that's not all. The inverted fork design, while costing more to manufacture, is a better design for high performance. It's more rigid with the larger diameter tube at the top where riding and braking forces are highest, and the lower part of the fork is lighter weight, which reduces unsprung weight for increased suspension performance and better traction. Check this out. The R6 triple clamp is flat, while the FZ07 triple clamp has a drop from the stem to the forks. So the R6 triple clamp mounts the forks higher up on the frame, which lowers the front end of the motorcycle and decreases the rake angle, making the bike easier to turn, especially at higher speeds. It also moves the weight bias towards the front tire, which will increase traction when the front end is loaded, allowing a racer to carry more entry and corner speed and turn easier while hard on the brakes. When you lower the front of a motorcycle and decrease the rake angle, you also decrease the amount of trail, which can make the steering feel twitchy or the bike feel unstable. So to counteract that, the R6's triple clamps also have a much lower offset than the FZ07 triple clamps. This reduced offset increases the trail, which increases stability. Finally, the R6 wheels and brakes use larger rotors to increase stopping power and shed heat for race use, and a radial master cylinder is used to improve brake feel for the rider. This is an R7 without the bodywork and lights. If we take a closer look at the R7's redesigned front end, what do we see? New inverted forks that not only look awesome, but are also more rigid and mounted higher because the R7's triple clamp is flat compared to the drop triple clamp of the FC and MT07. This lowers the front of the motorcycle just like the FZ07R race bike, decreasing the rake angle for improved turning. Yamaha also reduced the offset in the R7's triple clamps to increase trail and keep the bike stable. And while they were at it, they also made the forks adjustable with preload and damping control to fine-tune the front suspension performance, just like the R6's forks. Starting in 2021, the MT07 and now the R7 both got upgraded front brakes with larger rotors to increase stopping power and dissipate heat. And the R7 received a Brembo radial master cylinder to increase rider feel of the front brakes. Are you starting to see the pattern here? There are definitely some similarities between the new R7 and a race-built FZ07R, and you can bet the R7 is going to be a sweet little track bike. There is one additional difference that the R7 has that you can't find in an FZ07R, and that's this little panel right here. It doesn't look like much, just a pretty cover, but it's actually a thick piece of aluminum bolted to the frame between the swing arm pivot and the subframe. Now the R7 is a stressed engine design where the engine takes a lot of the frame load, and the subframe is really only there to support the rider's weight. So what does this reinforcement actually do? The only thing this frame brace seems like it could be reinforcing is the swing arm pivot itself, creating a triangle between the pivot and the subframe to prevent the swing arm from twisting. So maybe this brace is there to reduce twist when power is transferred through the chain to the tire, and it will improve corner exit grip. I'm excited to get some seat time on the new chassis and see if it really helps. Well, that's all for now. Do you think Yamaha did enough? Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss us opening up this brand new slipper clutch for a detailed breakdown.